My special guest artist tonight really needs no introduction at all, as every time you hear his records, his voice, his arrangements, it spells out the word meatloaf. He is big, beefy and bouncy, one of the greatest artists that's going around at the moment. Those of you who were fortunate in going down to Castle Donington this year will have witnessed one of the tightest sets about. Did you enjoy Donington?
I especially enjoyed dodging the plastic bottles.
Oh, that was tough.
We have a game. We have a game now though that we play called Castle Donington, in which we throw things at each other. So we've we took it all in fun and not in hostility or anger or anything. So we just I don't understand it, but it's just something that happens. I mean, I understand what happened beforehand was ZZ Top didn't do an encore because the sound got turned down on him, and that sort of riled up the audience, and it made ZZ Top pretty angry as well. So that sort of set it off. And then I guess Whitesnake, they were throwing at Whitesnake, and then Whitesnake said, well, we're not going to play anymore if you keep doing it, and so they finally stopped. But it was okay, because, I mean, the kids were getting off on what we were doing.
They sure were. I mean,
the bottles, I think, were, part of getting off on what we were doing.
They're pretty wild in this country, aren't they? You've got to admit, mate. We are all pretty lunatic. I mean, we have some stage things. Anyway,
well, not as strange as they all have ice cubes for head in Stockholm. But anyway, it's okay. Not the kids. It's okay.
Meatloaf. Actually, that's not your real name, is it? What is your real name?
I've been called Meatloaf for so long. That's my name.
That is your name. And
nobody ever called me anything else. That's true. Nobody's ever called me by my real name my whole life.
You're not going to tell me what it is now?
No, I mean, what's the difference in Kirk or Chuck or David or Meat or we could all be numbers, If you were a number and I was Z, what difference would it make?
Yeah, what a character. This guy's great.
It's like it's Meat.
Yeah.
So what?
After all these years,
there's people named Chuck. That's a form of meat. People don't go around going, wow, your name's Chuck. Hey, man, comes from a side of beef.
Very first time I got in touch with you, or should I say with your music, was you sung on Ted Nugent's album, Free for All.
Yeah.
And, that would be, 1974, in effect.
I don't know, was it that long ago?
It was. Long time, isn't it? You've been in the business just some years. How did you get involved with that?
I started in '66, and I toured with my band. I had a band that opened to Ted Nugent 62 days in a row back in 1968. So I've known Ted for 15 years.
Yeah?
Now.
What's he like as a character? Is he really wild? Is he as wild as you?
He's pretty crazy. He's pretty out there. He shoots, I once saw him in '69 shoot arrows at the audience. A bow. He didn't hit anybody, thank God. They were hunting arrows. They were hunting arrows, shooting them up straight up in the air and coming down the audience. The audience was lucky enough to be able to see them moving. If they'd have been anybody really drunk, couldn't move very fast, they would have got stuck.
You've also taken part in some stage musicals as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done a little of everything. I've done a little stage, done radio, done records, done movies, done...
What have you done on radio? That's interesting.
Oh, National Lampoon.
Your first big success in Great Britain was with the release of Bat Out of Hell, wasn't it? And that was it featured some songs written by Jim Steinman,
correct,
produced by Todd Rundgren.
Right.
So how did you come in touch with Jim Steinman then?
Oh, I met Jim Steinman through doing theater. Jim Steinman was writing for theater. And then Todd called us up and asked us, we were looking for producers. We looked for producers for a long time, and then Todd called us up and said, I heard you looking for a producer. I'd like to produce you. So Todd came in and rearranged, took the words and rearranged Paradise and rearranged All Revved Up and helped write 2 out of 3. And Todd did a lot on that record. And then did all the backgrounds, played, really did a lot on that record. And then Todd, being a genius as he is, he gets bored if things take too long. So he mixed, and he didn't want to mix anymore, so we had to remix. So we got different people to remix for us, Jimmy Iovine and John Jansen. I mixed Bat Out of Hell, and I got lucky. But that's my mix of Bat Out of Hell that's on that record.
Great stuff.
And So, they call it the Bonnie Tyler Total Eclipse of the Heart. They say that's the Meatloaf sound. Well, it's not really. It's a sound that was created by Todd Rundgren, Jim Steinman, and myself. And so, I mean, if people want to be as ignorant as to say that, then let them.
Yeah. And then you went on to do Dead Ringer. You split from Steinman.
Well, no, Steinman and I never split. It's just that at one point I didn't want to work, and he wanted to work, and he got involved in another project, and I was involved in another project, and then he got involved in a project, and I toured, and he's just been involved. We've been involved in different projects at different times. I mean, there was never any argument or any split or anything. I still talk to him. We go to dinner. We talk on the phone. We talk about records. We talk about this. Talked about him writing music to the lyrics that I have. I mean, there's never been a split. It's just been he's doing one thing and I'm doing another.
Yeah. But now we do come on to my favourite Meatloaf album, which is the latest, Midnight at the Lost and Found.
Oh, well,
which
I'm glad. Because if you like this one, you'll love the next one.
This is,
if there is a next one.
Of course there will be a next one.
Well, I don't know if there will be a next one.
Why?
Within the next 10 days, we'll know if there'll be a next one. No, it's very serious. Yeah, this may be literally the last rock and roll shows I ever do. And I'm not saying that just because, like people always say, well, this is my final tour and stuff. But I've been in litigation and in legal problems for 2 years. And I'm not going to fight anymore. And the record company will not live up to its contract, and the record company will not release me from its contract to make another deal. So within the next 10 days, either they do that, or I'm going to take a movie that I've had offered, and a Broadway show that I've had offered, and I've been offered to do King Lear, which will be at least 2 years' work, and I won't do any more records.
Hey, no, yeah, but I mean,
I'm not gonna get. No. This is. I mean, I'm being honest with you. The record company in the UK has been better than anything that could possibly. The UK people.
Great.
But people in the United States, the record company in the United States, has no belief in me and no faith in me. And
yeah, but you must have made an awful lot of money out of that.
Well, I didn't make a lot of money. CBS made a profit of $24 million off of me so far. I've sold 16 million records for them.
I know that, yeah.
And Midnight at the Lost and Found is not over. It just the new single came out at 42, and they expect it to move into the 20s next week. And so within the next 10 days, CBS will either live up to their contract or they won't, and I will pick up the option to take this play, which I have to sign a contract for a year.
What would you do if you were to take up this play, this King Lear?
No, it's not King Lear. It's called Lenny and the Heartbreakers. It's about Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The artist?
Yes. And I'm playing Leonardo da Vinci. And then there's another part that's been offered to me after that, playing King Lear in Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Playing the part of King Lear. And there's also a movie been offered, Sykes, which I will take those three. And these next 7 shows, I won't do it again because it will be too long. In other words, you have to do rock and roll. You have to continue to do it. You can't stop. And it's a shame because I've spent the last, since 74, since Steinman and I first started to work together, till now, 9 years, putting together a band that I get on stage with this band, and when I'm not singing and I look at them, I watch them play. They're magic. And, it doesn't take necessarily the best players to make a great band. Sometimes it's the combination of.
Yeah.
And the band that I have now is unbelievable. The girl Katie Mack is the
Tell
girl.
me all about the band,
the new
please.
Well, the new girl Katie Mack is the first girl that I've worked with that I've actually felt could, on her own, take the stage for an hour and a half and do her own show. Ellen is a great singer and Carla was very good, but Katie is the first girl I ever felt could handle it on her own, could take the stage and could hold an audience on her own for an hour and a half. And the band is just a combination of people that I've been putting together since 78. Bob Kulick came back since 78. Mark Doyle came in. I tried to get Mark Doyle in 78, but he was working with Andy Pratt. The newest addition would be Wells Kelly, who was a drummer with Orleans. And Wells Kelly is a drummer. You see a lot of drummers that you hear about that are real flashy and everything, Well, Wells Kelly is probably as flashy as any of them, only he is much more subtle. and he'll do things that other drummers won't even think about. He does things that the audience doesn't even realize that are like accenting the show and things like that. He's one of the most amazing drummers I've ever heard. So this combination of people, it's a shame that if CBS in America want to do this, play this game with me, then that's what they'll do. You see, CBS in America took the record away from us and wouldn't let us finish it and released it as it was. We never finished Razor's Edge. We never finished Midnight. We never finished Fallen Angel. And we didn't finish Don't Look at Me Like That. And they took it away and released it. And so since then, what has happened, the reason being is that I finally went in and got the tapes. They wouldn't give me the tapes for a while. But I finally finagled the tapes. And we did remix Midnight, The Lost and Found, and we did remix Fallen Angel. And also, and here's a live version that we did of Bat Out of Hell, which was done at Wembley last year in London, and is the Dead Ringer for Love. It says long version, and I don't know what the hell that means because I haven't heard the record. So I beats me. Midnight, The Lost and Found, the way it sits now is still probably my favorite record, with the exception of one song called If You Really Want To, which I hate. I hate with a passion. And when Jimmy and I spoke after he heard the record, he said, first thing he said to me, he said, I really like Razor's Edge. He said that was real good, and Midnight was good. But he said, I like Priscilla, and I like Never Too Sure. He said, but there's a song on there that I know. He said, I know, I heard it. And he says, you hate it more than anything you ever hated in your whole life. And I said, you're right, Jim. And we never even said the title, but he was talking about If You Really Want To.
Yeah.
That's why they took the record away from me, because I had a huge fight that I didn't want that song on the album.
Don't blame me. I mean, it's your album. You're doing all the work.
The song did not fit me, and I didn't think it was for me. I had two other songs called I Still Hear the Guns and Motor City Showdown, and a song called Shimmy and the Footlights, which was written by Corky Lang, who used to be in Mountain.
He did, yeah.
And any of the three could have replaced it, and were very strong songs.
How did the Continental tour go?
Oh, amazing.
Great. Who were you working with?
Well, we just did some festivals, and at Nuremberg we had every guitar player in every band with us. We had the White Snake's guitar on Promised Land. We had White Snake's guitar player Thin Lizzy. We had Phil Lamont. We had Lemmy from Motorhead. We had Twisted Sister. We had Buck Dharma from Blue Oyster Cult. We had every guitar player at the festival on stage with us for Promised Land.
Great.
So. That was real fun.
Just pointing out, of course, incidentally, that Promised Land is a Chuck Berry number.
Yeah,
which means has been played for years.
Yeah, and which is on this record, which we did live in the studio. Actually, that's a live studio cut.
Really?
We just all went in, and I'm playing guitar, and we all just went in and sang it and played it. That's a live studio cut.
Yeah, you like playing your guitar, don't you? What type of guitars do you play?
Well, the guitar that I play is a special guitar. It's a Ronnie Wood neck and a Rick Derringer body, and it was put together for me and given to me by Ron Wood. And he gave me his case, and it says the case says R. Wood on it.
After the British tour, where does this take us? Where does Meat Loaf go from here?
I either go and do Lenny and the Heartbreakers, or I go into the studio.
It's going to be as quick as that, is it?
That's it.
Well, this would be disastrous, I think. Yeah,
well, hey,
I don't blame you. All right.
I'm not.
Would you confide with me? What is your financial status at the moment, then?
Well, I'll go look at my wallet.
Mao Chin, same as me, is it?
Yeah, that's it. Same as most people.
Yeah.
You know, I'm involved with what I'm doing. I'm a craftsman. I'm a worker. Let's use the word worker. And when you work, that's what you do. You work. And the kind of work I do is 24 hours a day. Because you dream it, you live it, you travel it, you sound check it, you play it, you think about it, you write it. You're constantly thinking about your work. It's not like, going to work at 9, coming home at 5, and you don't have to do your work anymore. It's like a doctor. A doctor is constantly on call, 24 hours a day. Well, somebody that works like me I work 24 hours a day because I wake up in the middle of the night. I mean, it's like I read an interview with Sting, And Sting says it drives him crazy because at 3 he'll try to sleep because he's got a show, and at 3 o'clock in the morning he wakes up with the song. And that happens to me, you know, and it's like every little breath you take, he wrote at 3 o'clock in the morning, and on the day he had 3 shows in a row. And he said his voice went the next night, and he was really upset because he had to get up and write the song.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's you know, that's what you do.
And talking
So
about
you
voices.
talk, yeah, and you talk about so you have to leave the financial things up to. You have to trust people. Well, the people that I trusted weren't trustworthy.
No.
So I'm not complaining because there's 1,000,001 stories in the rock and roll world. Everybody gets ripped off. The Beatles got ripped off. Hey, they just happened to have enough money that it didn't make any difference. I'm sure the Stones have been ripped off. I'm sure every band that's in existence, every band that ever hears this, every musician that plays in a club, in the smallest club in the world, the club owner probably didn't pay him last week what he was supposed to. And there's an argument going on now about somebody not getting paid the money they were doing, you know. But it's the price you pay in this business. And between lawyers and people ripping me off, they've taken everything. But it's okay because I'm not putting a cloud of gloom over this, because what really counts to me is the work. And the work that goes down on stage for these, we've done about 50 shows now, has been the best we've ever done.
You've enjoyed it, haven't you?
Yeah, I really have. It's been the best tour I've ever done. So if it should end, which I don't want it to, I mean, believe me, it's the last thing in the world I want, is for this to happen. And it comes at a very bad time. My manager had to have emergency surgery yesterday, and he's in the hospital for 15 days. So it's like he's like out of it, and it's on me.
It's all on you. Yeah.
It's on me. So I guess that's the way it should be anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Mate, thanks a lot, mate.
You bet.
God bless you.
God bless you too.